So next is our toasts for the evening. And to start off, we are going to have a couple of toasts from the best man, followed by the maids of honor. So if I could have Jayme up here, and don't forget to bring your glass.
All right. Good evening, everyone. You would think that since writing and talking to people is basically my entire job, giving a speech like this would be no sweat. The writing part was a lot of fun, but looking out at 250 odd faces is moderately terrifying. Franco and Alyza sure have a great and large group of friends and family. Don't worry, I've arranged for my wonderful girlfriend Ashley to come remove me from the stage if I happen to pass out, but with any luck, that won't be necessary. So as Franco said during the introductions, my name's Jayme. I was born in Saskatoon, and I've lived here my entire life. I'm really excited and honored to be here tonight with all of you to offer a toast to Franco, an amazing man and my oldest friend. I met Franco way back in 5th grade, shortly after his family moved to Canada from South Africa. We bonded quickly over class-wide games of soccer at recess, group projects at school, when the teachers let us choose our own groups, which, by the way, is always the way to go, in my opinion. Summer trips to the neighborhood corner store for Slurpees, watching totally legitimately obtained episodes of Reboot on my parents' home computer, video games, especially Fire Emblem, of course, and anime. In those early days, it was only mildly concerning to me that Franco had a PlayStation 2, while I had always been a Nintendo kid through and through. Of course, once he got into Fire Emblem, he had to come over to the good side, at least for those games. When we were graduating grade 8 in 2007, Franco wrote in my yearbook that he hoped we would be able to keep our friendship going in high school, or something along those lines. I hoped that didn't mean he was secretly looking for an opportunity to cut me loose, but I didn't have any doubts that we would stay close. And thankfully that has been the case for the last 18 odd years. Friend groups have shifted and grown, but I'm happy to say that we haven't looked back as friends. For all of that time, Franco has been a grounding, supportive, and empowering presence in my life. That sentiment really applies to his entire family as well. I feel very fortunate to have enjoyed their collective friendship for over 2/3 of my life. To Harry and Belinda in particular, you have raised a truly exceptional son, a man of faith and principle who leads by example. I'm sure all of his friends would agree that Franco is the kind of friend you only encounter a handful of times in your life. Someone you know always has your back and your best interests at heart, even if you don't always want to hear or accept it so easily sometimes. He isn't afraid to tell it like it is, in as gentle and respectful a manner as the situation permits, of course. And he always gives of himself and his time to help his loved ones and his friends. He throws epic parties. Although the realities of adult life don't always afford the time, I will always look back fondly on the 12 p.m. to 12 a.m. odysseys filled with Mario Kart and Smash Bros. Tournaments, face-melting Guitar Hero and Rock Band set lists, nail-biting marathon games of Settlers of Catan and Carcassonne, movie marathons, and probably too much pizza. Although the parties were epic, we were very respectful guests. To my memory, we only received one call from Franco's mom upstairs that our rendition of Bon Jovi's Living on a Prayer was a bit too intense. I think her question, though, was whether anyone was hurt. So that definitely doesn't say anything at all about our singing ability. Maybe one day we will experience those parties again, but from the other perspective, as parents, not kids. Can you imagine? But let's keep Monopoly off the games list for the sake of everyone's sanity. I remember one ill-advised attempt to play Monopoly with Harry and Bianca several years ago. Let's just say the game was not finished, and family dinner may have been particularly tense that night. I don't know. You get those colorful bills involved, and it's just a game, seems to go out the window. In his work life, Franco is a consummate professional and holds himself to a consistently high standard of hard work and excellence as a pharmacist. Despite a sometimes uneven work schedule and occasional travel, these are things that I try to emulate in my own life. I have no doubt that Franco will apply that same standard of dedication to his marriage and will stand out as a wonderful husband. One day, way back in the fall of 2023, Franco let slip that he had been seeing a really special woman. Ashley and I were immediately curious and excited to meet her, and we soon got our opportunity when the four of us went bowling together. Seeing Franco and Alyza together, we had the same assessment when we were walking back to our car after saying goodbye. It was a wrap for Franco's dating life. These two were meant for each other. It has been our great pleasure to watch you both grow in love together over the last 2 years, and we weren't surprised at all when Franco proposed last summer. We look forward to seeing where married life takes you, both of you, and continuing to watch your relationship grow and deepen in respect, reliance, and love. The big man upstairs was clearly pulling more than a few strings when he put you both in each other's path. And now you each have a steadfast and faithful companion and partner to walk that shared path together. A devoted teammate and cheerleader for the rest of your lives. That is truly a very beautiful thing. Alyza, you should know that I've never seen Franco as happy and fulfilled in life as he is since he met you. Although you have both been busier than ever with wedding planning over the last year, Franco carries himself with more confidence and takes clear pride in the life you are building together. The way his face lights up when he talks about you or when the two of you share a laugh or a joke together gives me every confidence that you each have found the person you were meant to find and that your hearts and futures are in good hands. Your home will be filled with the sounds of Formula One Grand Prix in the very early morning, the lovable goofiness of romantic comedies. I understand Definitely Maybe is a personal favorite of Franco's. The enticing aroma of peanut butter and cheese sandwiches, and the raucous laughter of Nicolas Cage movies and Frank quotes all day long. For those who don't know, Frank quote is a term created by some of us in Franco's friend group to describe a dad joke or a pun with particular Franco flair. For example, when leaving the theater after seeing a certain 2013 film starring Sandra Bullock and George Clooney, Franco lamented that Sandra and George did not appreciate the gravity of their situation. I don't know, that one always stuck with me. The thing about Frank quotes is that they are so ubiquitous in Franco's everyday conversation in the best way possible that it becomes easy to overlook them. I'm still upset that I neglected to record a book of them over the years, so for just such an occasion as this, maybe in a few decades when Franco and Alyza are celebrating another occasion, I'll have enough saved up and we can re-raise that at that time. Of course, all joking aside, I know your home will also be a sanctuary for your family from the stresses and uncertainties of the outside world. A place defined by safety, stability, faith, mutual growth, and love. That is just the kind of people you both are, and the kind of friend Franco is. The kind who will gladly sit in an idling car until 2 a.m. to help you work through a bad breakup. The kind who will come over at 8 a.m. on a Saturday and make a Tim's run before helping you move house without asking for so much as a thank you in return. The kind who will laugh with you to the point of tears over the terrible English voice work in your favorite anime. I'm a notorious subtitle purist, for good reason. Of course, the kind who inspires you to be the best person you can be, who celebrates your successes and reassures you after your failures. Franco and Alyza have a guest book today. Franco probably won't be too surprised to see my entry, although I didn't actually write this in the book. Something along these lines. Your friendship has meant everything to me as we have grown together and watched each other move through the milestones of life, school achievements, college acceptances, graduations, career choices, relationships, and now marriage. I truly cherish the time we have spent together, and I have no doubt that you will continue to excel at everything you do and be a positive example for your friends and family. I would say that I hope we will be able to keep our friendship going for another 23 years, the same way you wrote in my elementary school yearbook all those years ago, but I'm not too worried. In conclusion, please join me in raising your glass to Franco. Congratulations on your marriage and this exciting start to your life together with Alyza.